Okay guys, hope you're well. Just going to be looking at something that I said in the news announcement this morning. Let's roll the intro. I'll tell you all about it.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. If it's your first time here, I'm the big fella Scruff. And what I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world. So how do I do that? Well, normally because I just show you my trades as I'm doing them live. I find it the fairest way. And I also often tell you what the trades are before I go to market. And I certainly tell the Scruffy Squad what I'm doing before I go to market. And I do that through the form of a bias sheet, general chit chat, and breakdown videos of exactly what it is I'm going to do. So if you like that, hit the subscribe button and we'll crack on. So what's happening today? Well, we're running a small challenge and I'll keep doing updates as long as people are interested in it. But in the meantime, I'll probably still keep on doing it anyway. I love building small accounts. In fact, I really enjoy building small accounts. I find it quite challenging, but quite rewarding. And if I flick this over, you'll kind of, well, I'll just kind of pull it down a bit. You can see it because I've literally just finished off doing it. I'll pull this down. This is the account that I'm working on. As you can see, it's only £1.40 that we've done. And the trade was a very simple snap into this level. And you could be Billy Big Boggets and try and go the opposite direction. And why is that? Well, because there are signs that it was going to do that. And I'll show you in just a tick. And I just fill these in to keep me on track. Okay. Always journal, guys. Journal every day. And what it'll do is it'll pull in focus for you. Now, I said there were signs of that going down over. Well, that comes from this. Now if I flick this over here, so initially it was telling me to buy it, so the low time frames were telling me to push, so I was looking for the level push up, but the deeper trend is telling me that it's going to sell. And sure enough, that's exactly what it's doing. Now I use this all the time. Now in the morning call that we've done, if you see the news announcement, I do that pretty much every day because I check the news and I see what's going on a daily basis, get a feel for the markets. And in it I mentioned this one because it's the strongest and the weakest. There you are there. The Aussies lost a lot of ground, Swissy gained a lot of ground last night. And then when you look at here, again, it's a loss and a gain. There's a high probability this is a chance to sell off. And that's what this is telling me as well. Now up here, it's telling me to look for 8 pips. So what I thought I would do is I'll just put my money where the mouth is and we'll start looking to trade this up. Now I already put my initial levels in here on the owlies, which you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get it down into this area here. Now I've worked it off this move, but we've also got this one behind it. So I want to see what the relationship is. Very simple. Get hold of that. Pull this down. It's staying below the 50%, which you can see. Okay. Now, well, you could actually drop these levels in as well, to be honest, just so that you can use these as selling levels. Now, each one of these levels, we just drop these into here because we're working in this arena. You can now sell them. So I can sell that level, this level, pick this back up, and then get out down here somewhere. In fact, that's what we'll do. Give me a second and we'll drop an order in. So I'll just drop that down, fire. So put a level on there, and then I'm going to saddle it with a level above it, which is here, which is there. Okay, we've already set a minimum target from here down to this one, so all I would do here is I'm going to target that and that to there. Right, drop this into 5 minutes just so you can kind of see what's going on. Strong burst up, you might think, oh, there's a lot of volume going the other way. Highly possible, but it could also be a flush out. And a flush out is just the open setting stall for what it's trying to achieve, and it often goes the wrong way before it goes the right way. So surges up. This particular pair isn't really affected too much by the London Open, so it's one of those you can trade through it. I wouldn't recommend trading cable through it, euro, dollar, etc. But it's not bad. Right, so we've got now 2 positions in. It's not that far against us. We've only got this ticket here. So what I'm going to do is so I can go here and here as well before I'm maxed out. What I mean by that is maximum position size, 2.5 lots. Okay, but I break the lots up. So down it comes, down into here, get my money, and I'll walk. That's simple. Now I need the camera for a meeting in the Scruffy Squad, so you can see where it's up to, what it's doing, and I'll come back to this about 9 o'clock and we'll see whether it's good, bad or indifferent. Catch you in a bit, guys.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay guys, we're back. You'll see we've actually got 2 charts running now, and I'll tell you for why. I've just kind of finished a meeting with the Scruffs, and we were discussing box theory while we're doing it, and Shag's on doing I don't know if it's euro, dollar or cable. I think he's going to do cable, and I'm sort of got euro dollar in the wings, but I said I would do the footsie. So while I'm doing this, we've also got this, which is box theory. Now box theory is it's a very simple process. Stop area, profit area. Okay, nice, simple, based on an opening range. And what we're doing now is we're following the boxes. Now we can see it's in this box, so I'm happy with that. What I wanted to do is come down into these. Right, so what it wants to do now is get to here. Get rid of these old levels, just tidy this up for you, and I'll drop this into 5 minutes as well, because the plan is to just let it follow down. So that's 50 pips, so we're gonna kind of, let me just draw that back a second, because I want to put a minimum order in. So I want this to get to approximately there. Right. When it gets here, I'm going to take off the bulk of the trade, and then I'm just going to run it as far as it can go. So that's the minimum target. As soon as I see the price come through it, take the bulk off, and then we'll go box to box to box, moving the stop as we go, and we'll let it run as long as we can get it to go. Hope that makes sense. This side is the one we were discussing earlier on. It's put 3 positions in, we put a 4th one up there. Now this one will also get another position on this line here, and then that'll do. I'll just manage it all out from that point. Okay, so I'll just run the trade and I'll come back to you at the end. Okay guys, I need the camera to do a little bit of a meeting, because it might come as a shock to you, but I do work throughout the day. I have been trading the euro in the background, which you can kind of see here. Got a little bit out of it, so nothing too spectacular. It's something again that I was doing for the guys in the squad. But this, it looks bad, but it's not as bad as it looks. I'm quite happy with this. The general consensus is down. Happy to get it into around this area, get 50 quid. I'd be more than happy with that. But ideally, I want it to keep on running down into kind of these levels here. Okay, so I'll just leave that there, but I'll keep an eye on the levels in the meantime. And this one, well, this one is, it's a bit odd because it's shot up, but it's stalled in and around the key levels that I was wanting, and it's then pushing down a bit, moving up a bit. It's gone into a range, and we'll see what happens. If it gets past this point, I'm probably in damage control, but at this moment in time I'm not worried at all, because from the big picture point of view, which is where I work, if we look at the hourly, it's not that bad, not really. It's just been retracing, it's come back to the 50, it's humming and hawing. Might run up to the 61, and then from there it's a case of okay, let's see what's going to happen, because if it mushes further, if it gets through this level, it's definitely coming to this one, and then that's too much to bear. Okay, so at the moment we're just kind of watching it and see if it'll come cascading back down. And the idea of breaking these trades backwards is for this very reason. As these start coming down, all I've got to do is get back to where I started, and these would have paid me. Dead simple. Catch you in a bit, guys. Okay guys, it's the end of the night, and been watching this. I have been trading euro in the background as well, just simply because I mentioned that I was doing it, amongst other things that I've been up to, because I do work constantly. Give you an idea, there's my other account, 400 quid on that, so I'm quite happy with that. I can live with that. Let's have a look, see if my pension account has been doing anything today. That one's there, and you'll see all of that coming into the Vanguard at the end of the month, because I draw the profits out and that's where it goes. All right, so what have we done with this one today? Well, I should really be closing my tickets off, which I'm going to. I'll close that off, and there you go. So I've done like 173 on this account today, plus what you see on the others. The problem I have at this moment in time is this. Now, if I kill it off dead now, I'll be net positive. However, I still think I'm right. You know, if I pull this out to the 4 hour, and you're gonna have to excuse me because I've got a steezy coming on. That's your fault, that.
Me?
Yeah. See how wild her hair is. She's been creating a little bit of static. You know, obviously the dust's got in my nose.
Yeah, right.
It did. Because we were playing extending things.
Oh, make it stop!
It was the vacuum cleaner. She's being dusted. What do you think we've been up to? Honk honk. Right. I better turn my lights here off. It's making a noise. It's a bit limp, innit? Right. So I still think I'm right. Look at the 4 hour. it is steadily moving down. But look how long it took that pullback to come into place and then drop off. It's no different. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to let it run. So the guys in the squad will see the results of this as we go forward, because when you're looking at that, you think, oh my God, look at that. It's in a range, it's going to push up. This could be terrible. But really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not. And you will always do that by stepping back the chart. That's the big picture. What is it against the daily? Well, the daily's even better telling you it's going down. It's breaking down this move here. So really down here is probably a good shout. Now, I have got protection in place. I know exactly where I'm getting out if I'm wrong. And I've purposely not put the other trade in because I want the tickets to end. I've pulled the target into around here, just so that if it runs through the night, it closes off and I've got a clean sheet tomorrow. I think that's the fairest way to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it run and call it a night. So in answer to questions when it's like, oh, what do you do when things go wrong? And oh, how do you know what to do? You just reanalyze it. And if your trade idea is still solid, let it run. Let it go to where it wants to go. Because when you look at it, it hasn't moved anywhere. But really, when you looked at the ATR, when we were checking this morning, it was minuscule, tiny. You know, it's only got an ATR of 70. So it wasn't going to move far today. It's going to take it a little bit longer. And that's it. So I'm going to enjoy my coffee because I need the energy because Winky's wearing me out. What are you doing?
I'm just looking for something.
Alright, okay. That makes a change. Normally she's looking at the bank statement to see whether or not she can spend and bankrupt me. But hey ho. Actually, you've done well today. You haven't been spending today.
I have.
What?
I got my hair done, didn't I?
Alright, okay. So much for that idea. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.